Okay, yeah, so there's just one more exercise that I want to talk about for the third chakra. I think I said this a couple times already, but I'm really going to drive this point home because it's really important, especially for this exercise. Will is defined as consciously controlled change, right? So it's the power that allows us to like break out of our old behavioral patterns to expand ourselves and gain more potential to express ourselves and be more creative. So yeah, so the hooping thing that really corresponds with this most exactly is like direction changes. So any type of, yeah, we call them breaks in hooping. So most people have a current that they feel most comfortable in, whether it's right or left. So we're going to use our will to change that, right? To change that behavioral pattern, muscular pattern, mind, body, all that. So in any in any situation in your life that you really want to change, I've found personally that like I always have to kind of accept the situation first, and then I can kind of like re-gear it, you know, kind of like come to terms with it. So it's the same thing with doing breaks. So if you're hooping to the right and you're like, I don't really want to hoop to the left, but I'm going to because, you know, I want to learn how or whatever, you have to absorb the force, right? So with a break, you're always kind of turning with the hoop in the direction that you're hooping, absorbing the force, and then pushing it back strong and even in the other direction, right? So if you're going to the left and you want to hoop to the right, absorb, turning a little bit to the left, and then push back strong, right? Okay, so this is like so applicable for any level hooper because you can break pretty much anywhere in your body. So this is a really good warm-up, whether you've been hooping for a month or 10 years or whatever, just to like get used to that feeling of like what it means to like absorb force and then redirect it. But yeah, then you can do it like on your shoulders with your arms, or you can do it when you're knee hooping with your other leg, right? So the principle's always the exact same. Yeah, so one more thing that I wanted to add is like I find myself when I'm in my flow, sometimes I'll be like chest hooping and, you know, I'm kind of in a groove, but then the hoop starts to fall down, and instead of like really exploring that flow, seeing how I can move my body to regain control of the hoop, sometimes I just want to like, break and go the other direction. And I don't think that's very like consciously controlled change. So there's definitely like a balance with the will of like, it's kind of just about like forcing yourself to do the things you don't want to do because you know it's going to be like make you an even greater hooper, or greater person or whatever. So yeah, so when you don't want to hoop to the left and you're hooping to the right, that's when you use that will, absorb the force, use your power to change the direction. But maybe when you're, you know, you're chest hooping or you're doing whatever and you're really in your flow and your instinct, because the hoop is falling, is just to like, you know, make it change directions or whatever, that's when it might be good to regain control of the situation, accept your current movement, and then redirect. You can explore something else. Yeah, so play around with all these wonderful exercises in your flow, and yeah, I find like with the breaks and these exercises and stuff, like when I'm not feeling super powerful or like super fire filled or whatever, like it helps me just to rock out and like really feel that, you know. So like think about like what does that feel like in your body? What does it feel like in your mind? You know, like how do you feel emotionally when you know, use your strength to redirect. Yeah, so incorporate, have fun with it, and I'll see you some other time for the heart chakra. Okay.